Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So I've decided I think I'm going to try and do monthly reading vlogs this year. It's currently 7th of January and I've read 2 books so far. I listened on audiobook to Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven, which I really loved, and I finished, not yesterday but the day before this, which is Love and Other Thought Experiments by Sophie Ward, which is possibly one of the weirdest books I'd ever read, but she also graduated in English and philosophy, which is the degree I had, so I thought it would be really interesting. And each chapter is basically based on a different thought experiment, mainly based on like philosophy of mind stuff, which I actually did, I was gonna say last semester, but I guess it was 2 semesters ago now because I finished uni in 2020. And I've realised I don't have the book I'm about to start reading in this room with me, but I'm gonna be reading the 4th book in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. There's 5 books in total, and for my birthday last year my boyfriend got me like the big book that has all 5 of them in, and it's my birthday in 17 days I think. I want to finish them, so I've got 2 left, so that's going to be my reading for basically the rest of Jan, I think. So yeah, here is the book if it focuses. And obviously I'm again focused. I don't know why my camera is not focusing on what I want it to today. Yeah, so that's how far I am through. And again, if it'll focus, I don't know why we're being like this morning, camera. There we go. Okay, so sorry that I've dogged the pages, but I basically dogged where the books were. So this is my next read, so that is from page what page number is that? 429 to 544. It's barely over 100 pages, so hopefully it won't take me too long. And then the last book in here looks like it's probably the chunkiest one of all. It's this whole last section here. So that one might take me a bit longer. That is the plan, and I'm going to be excited when I can reclaim my MoMA bookmark and use it somewhere else, because it's been in this book for the last year. So I've just written all of the books that I want to read this year. These are ones I already own. I just want to get through all the ones I own. So they're physical, and then these ones are on Kindle. Ooh. And then I've got my extra list at the back, which is all of the books on my 100 books poster that I have left to go. I know I've go on about this a lot, but this is the poster. As you can see, I've done a fair few, but most of them are left. I think I've done 20 something. I've got half an hour before I have to start work, so I'm going to read a little bit more of this. Good morning. So it is now Monday the 18th of January, and I didn't really film any of my I didn't really film any of my reading over the weekend, but I finished the 4th book in this, so I've got 1 to go, and my goal is to finish reading it by Sunday, because that's my birthday and I got it for my birthday last year. So the goal is to read this last chunk before Sunday, but we're taking a brief intermission from reading that to read something else, which I'm about to show you. It's on my tablet. Why is my tablet, every time I come into it, is like trying to ask me to join the internet when it's already on the internet, so I'm not sure what's going on with it, but it's loading. It's loading. I don't care. We're taking a brief intermission to read. Oh my god, it's not gonna load now. Is it gonna load? Oh, you can't even see it. Hang on. For some reason it's loaded on the to read the first Bridgerton. So obviously everyone's obsessed with the show, and I've decided I'm going to read the books. But here's the thing, you're not going to see that in this vlog because I'm actually going to film it for another vlog. So hopefully that'll already be on my channel, so you'll be able to go and watch that straight away. But that is my plan for this morning. It's currently 8, almost 1 minute to 8. And I start work at 9, so I've got a solid reading hour, and then I'll probably read again at lunchtime. That's the plan for this morning, basically. So it's Wednesday morning now, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish this book today, because I made like 2 portions for dinner last night, so I feel like I'll be able to Good morning. So it's now January 25th, which is the day after my birthday. It was my birthday yesterday. And if you recall me saying, I wanted to finish this book before my birthday, and as you can see I have not finished it. But I have finished reading. I have started reading. I don't know what my hair's doing. I just blow dried it and it's like puffy. I've started reading the last book in this. So I'm part of the way through. I have 10 minutes before work. I got ready slower this morning because I didn't have a shower last night, so I needed to take one this morning. So my hair goes so poofy when I've just blow dried it. Anyway, I'm gonna read this for 10 minutes, and it was my birthday yesterday. Again, I look really tired and I'm not. So I got some books for my birthday. I've got one of them here, and then I've got two upstairs, which I'm sure I'll show you later. I feel like I did it with the bronzer on my nose. I'm also not sure about this lip colour. Anyway, this is a book that my boyfriend got me, which is one of the books that's on my big 100 books poster, and it's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. And I actually went to borrow this from my library the other day, and I downloaded it and everything, and then it turned out it was in Spanish, and I haven't learned Spanish since I was a child. And when I say child, I mean like it wasn't at, oh gosh, bright light. It wasn't at high school or anything. I did Spanish lessons when I was in junior school, so like year 4, so I would have been like 8 or something. I haven't done Spanish since because I did French and German, but mainly French. So I didn't understand it, so I returned it to the library. So yeah, it's like he read my mind that that was a book that I was planning on reading, because it's like a relatively short book, as you saw. And yeah, Ella also got me 2 books. She got me Cirque, which I've seen so many people rave about, so I'm excited about reading that one. And she also got me, I think it's called Wackenhurst, which also sounds really good from the blurb, and both of them have really pretty covers. So when I'm upstairs later, I'm going to show you. But yeah, I'm going to read for like 10 minutes now before work, and then I don't know if I'll do reading at lunchtime or this evening, because at lunchtime yesterday for my birthday activity, because obviously we're in a lockdown, I got us all paint by numbers, like adult ones. As you can see, they're really, really tiny little things, so it took a lot longer than I expected, and this is as far as I got. So I'm kind of hoping to do some more of that at lunchtime, to get away from a screen. And then this evening I am having like a Zoom birthday dinner with my boyfriend. He sent me food to make for my birthday, which is really cute, so we're doing that. So I don't know if I'll do that much reading today, but I'm going to try and do some now. Hey guys, so it's now Tuesday and it is 8:30. I have actually been listening to a book whilst I got ready for work this morning. I've been listening to The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep by Mark Manson. I've seen this book around a while and I feel like a lot of people have read it, and I saw it on the audiobooks of my library, so I thought I'd pick it up. But I also realised that last week I also finished listening to Little Women on audiobook, so I've also read that. Except that I thought it was the whole book, but I think that Little Women comes in 2 parts, and it definitely was only the first book, because a character that I know dies in the book didn't die. So I don't know if I can count as having read it, but that was all there was in that book, and it didn't say there was book 1 or anything, so I'm slightly confused by that. But I did read that. It was quite a few hours. It was like 9 hours or something, so I don't know. I need to do some research to see if there is a second part, but I'm just going to read some more of this before work. I'm really hoping I can get this finished this week, like in this reading vlog before the end of January. But the issue is I normally read at lunchtime, but for my birthday I got me and my parents paint by numbers, and they are taking longer than I expected. I thought it would only take like the whole, like the day for my birthday, but we spent quite a number of hours on it on Sunday. And then I've done the dark blue, I did it all yesterday, and I've not even finished it, so like this section needs painting in, but I didn't have time to finish it before I was on a call. So I'm kind of doing that as my lunch break activity and like my after work activity. So we'll see how reading goes. But this is definitely really fun. I literally got it for like a tenner off some Facebook ad. But I'm personally enjoying doing it. I would recommend doing a paint by numbers. I haven't done one since I was a kid, and obviously this is far more complex than the ones I did when I was a kid. But yeah, I'm gonna read for a bit before work now, and I'll see you later. So I'm still going with this book. I'm now on page 607, if it focuses. And the last page in this particular book is 715. So I've got just over 100 pages. It's just not focusing. Okay, I've got just over 100 pages to go. So that's what I'm going to do. So it's now Saturday 30th of January, and I have this much left to read. So I really haven't been on it with the reading this week because I've been doing my painting like I showed you earlier. But, okay, I finished partway through a chapter there. I'm going to have a bath now and see how much I can get done. But my mission for today is to get this finished. That is my mission. So wish me luck. Hey guys, so it's now the 3rd of February, so I am going to wrap this vlog up by telling you everything I read in January. I thought I'd maybe do it this way from now on, in like these like monthly vlogs I'm planning, just because it's easier for me. I'm planning on including a timestamp to this section, so people know and they can skip to this section to see what I read. But I did finally finish this one. Right at the end of the month. I finished it on Saturday. I'm just trying to think where I could put the camera so I don't have to hold it. Does it work over here? Right, okay, I might zoom in a little bit actually. No, hang on, zoom out a little bit. There we go, okay, that kind of works. So, I finally finished this one. There's like a short extra story at the back that's literally like, it's not very long, maybe like 10 pages, which I haven't read yet, but the 5 books in here I have. So I'm really happy that I finished that in January. And I thought that I'd read like 5 books in January, but I looked on my Goodreads like 2 days ago, and I actually read 7 in total. And I don't know how I managed to read 7 books without even noticing that I'd done it, but I'm going to talk you through each of them quickly now. So the first book I read was on audiobook, and it was Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. I loved All the Bright Places years ago, and for some reason I gave that book to a charity shop, and frankly I'm not entirely sure why. At some point I'll probably buy it again because I loved that book, but I'd never read any of her others. And this book follows 2 characters. It follows Libby and Jack, and Libby had previously been the fattest teen in America, and because of that she hadn't been going to school because it wasn't physically possible. But we start this book when she's going back to school and starting school again, and Jack doesn't remember people's faces. He has a medical condition. I can't remember the name of it, and it's not in the blurb on Goodreads. He has a medical condition, and it means he can't remember people's faces. And you kind of explore both of their stories and how they intercept, and I really loved it. And yeah, I would definitely recommend that book if you're looking for like a YA book that centers around teens with some form of disability. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely read it again. The next book I read was Love and Other Thought Experiments by Sophie Ward, and again I really enjoyed this book. It was really weird. Basically it begins with this young woman believes an ant has crawled into her brain, and it kind of stems from there. And the author did English and philosophy at uni, which is the same thing that I did, which is why I was quite interested in reading this book. I got it in a reposed book box, and the fact that she'd done the same degree as me made me want to pick it up straight away. And I didn't pick it up straight away, but I picked it up a lot quicker than some of the other books I've received. And basically each chapter is kind of influenced by a different philosophical thought experiment, which I thought was a really interesting premise. And you definitely don't need to understand philosophy to understand the book. And it just followed numerous plot lines that kind of all intercepted, and you think that ant's weirder, but you get to the end of the book and it just gets weird. I was like telling my boyfriend about it as I was reading it, and he was like, what are you reading? But yeah, I really enjoyed that one. The third book I read was the fourth book in here, which is So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. As the whole of this vlog has basically been me reading this, I'm not going to talk through this, but that is what I read. The next book I read was The Duke and I, which is the first in the Bridgerton series. Obviously everyone's obsessed with Bridgerton at the moment. If you want to know my thoughts on that, I'm going to link the vlog to me reading that, because I did that separately because I'm going to make it into a series. I've got the second one downloaded and I'm hoping I'll read it in February. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for that one. The next book again was a audiobook from the library, and it was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. This is a classic and I thought I should read it. After ticking it off on my Goodreads, I realised that the audiobook I listened to was volume 1, and there's 2 volumes to Little Women. I have the whole book downloaded on my Kindle, so I'll be reading the second one at some point. But yeah, I read the first one on audiobook. I basically just read it because it was classic, as I said, and I thought I should. It wasn't a bad book, but I didn't necessarily like enjoy it. It was kind of just on in the background as I was working. Yeah, I probably wouldn't read it again, but it's another one to tick off the classics list, and I will read part 2 just because once I've started something, I feel like I have to finish it. However many years it takes me, I feel like I have to finish it. The 6th book I read was The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F by Mark Manson, and that was kind of like a inspirational kind of book. And again, I listened to that on audiobook, and it's quite a short one, but I've seen this book around for years, and every time I see it I'm like, I should buy that, because I love the title and I kind of love the cover. It's like bold text. I did enjoy it. It was really quick to read. It was only a few hours on audiobook. I also listened to my audiobooks on 1.5 times speed to get through them quicker, so it really wasn't very long. But yeah, that was that book. I don't really have much to say on it because it wasn't a fictional book, it was non-fiction. I don't want to call it self-help because I don't think it was a self-help book, but that was kind of that book. And then the final book, as I just told you, was the 5th one in this chunky one. So this is now finished and can go on a bookshelf somewhere. But yeah, that is everything I read in January and the little reading vlog. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please let me know and leave a comment down below with what you read in January. I'd love to know. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here, or if you aren't new and you just have forgotten to subscribe. And I will see you in my next video.